I used to be an adventurer until I got an Anniversary Edition to the knee. 10 years on from the original Skyrim release, Bethesda have released an Anniversary Edition, which is an update on the Legendary Edition, which was an update on the previous original edition. You can see where I'm going with this. When anything comes up for a 10-year anniversary, you have to look back at your life and go, how many hours have I actually put into that game on PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and now PlayStation 5. I'm a little bit of a Skyrim tragic and I platinumed the game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But what I wanted to know when I bought the Anniversary Edition is whether it was actually worth the money or whether I was just getting Malibu Stacy with a helmet. Stick around, hit subscribe, go Google that Simpsons reference, and let's get into the Skyrim Anniversary Edition.
Hey, you're finally awake.
One of the main reasons I wanted to get the new edition was because of the new quest lines. There are only so many times you can go and collect the white file for New Relian before he just becomes a really old geezer asking you to get his pharmaceuticals from the drugstore. Some of these new quest lines are quite good. The one I really enjoyed was going to the necromancy lair and solving the escape room there. I thought that was quite a unique and challenging puzzle. I also played through the main new quest line, Saints and Seducers, where a friendly local neighborhood Khajiit writes to you that bandits have been stealing his wares. And from there, you go on a quest to obviously eliminate the world of these horrible bandits, the Saints and the Seducers gangs. What looks like it might be a basic go and kill the bandit quest ends up actually being something much more. On the way, you can get a sweet ring of disrobing. If you've ever wanted to run around Skyrim naked, this is your opportunity. But one of the biggest problems with this additional new content is that it's quite buggy. There was a number of quests that I couldn't really finish because of these issues with pressure plates that wouldn't open doors, or I'd been through the door once and then couldn't get back through it when I had to return. It's a little disappointing for a game that has been out 10 years to release new content for it that has bugs in it. Likewise, you can add in additional content through the mod screen. The things that you can normally do on a PC, you can just suddenly do on the PlayStation 5. One of the best elements that's been added to the Anniversary Edition is survival mode. Because I've been playing the game for so long, I had been struggling to find a challenge for my level 50 archer. I had put the difficulty level up, but I found that survival mode added that additional challenge, especially when starting a new character. It gave a lot more meaning to the extra elements of the game. So like the inns, cooking food, these things became essential to the gameplay, not just additional nice things to have. You can't fast travel, and that is challenging in itself in a game as big as this, especially when you picked up quests all over Skyrim. No longer is that potato soup just burning a hole in your pocket for when you feel like consuming it up. It actually becomes vital to your survival, because if you're too hungry, you can't fight, you might die. And I liked these environmental engagements, and I think survival mode is something that could definitely be put in future Elder Scrolls games as a main part of the game. New homes are also part of the Anniversary Edition, and if you are sick of your Skyrim family, the best thing you can do is up and leave them where they are and get yourself a new home. The problem with this is that the new homes are really nice, except that you have so many homes over Skyrim, you kind of forget where you put all your Daedric artifacts. What I do like about these homes is that they have the space to put up the items from your extra quests. I really like that because sometimes it feels anticlimactic to collect everything and then chuck it in a chest at your house. Now, pets are another addition to the game. I love in-game pets. I do love the little hamster or gerbil in the wheel in Mass Effect. That's a cute pet who does not like dog meat from Fallout, and of course Roach from The Witcher 3. But the pets here are classic Skyrim animals, which means you can get like a skeever and a couple of weird spiders. And the problem is that they follow you around, and that's fine, but they make really creepy noises. Speaking of animals, you can get new horses as well. You can ride a unicorn in the Skyrim Anniversary Edition. If I can ride a unicorn in Assassin's Creed Origins, I should be able to ride a unicorn in Skyrim. One of the really good things is that you can still import your games from the Legendary Edition to the Anniversary Edition, not to get those two confused. But the difficulty with this is I ported across my big PlayStation Platinum run-through, and it didn't actually port across the trophies to the new game. Every time I complete something, like go to one dungeon or clear out one space or collect one thing, it ticks over the trophy for me because it recognizes that I'd previously done it, but it's only just registering it. And really the last question is, and I can't believe I'm asking this as a Skyrim diehard, do we need more Skyrim? I'm getting to the point where I don't know that there's so much I can actually get out of Skyrim anymore as a gamer. While Skyrim is starting to feel a little bit like Malibu Stacy with a helmet, I really look forward to the future games in the Elder Scrolls world and what Bethesda does next, but I think it's time for me to actually maybe move on from Skyrim and give it a break. I will always come back to this world because it is like comfort food for me. Whenever things are bad, I go to play Skyrim. Whenever things are good, I often play Skyrim. I love the world so much and I'm so familiar with it, but I think it's time for me to stop playing the game and actually move on to new things. There'll always be Skyrim, and we'll always have our sweet rolls.